I'm giving away this Strymon Flint pedal to one of you in the Worship Guitar Mastery group. All you have to do, we're going to do a little bit of a skills contest. Join the Worship Guitar Mastery group and submit what's called a hit record submission. You're already practicing for Sunday at home. All you have to do is hit record. Could be your phone, prop up your phone as you're playing through a song, play through a whole song, and submit it. And I'll show you some examples of what that already looks like. People are already submitting these. This is Oliver. He's already in the group. He did Jesus Be the Name. Pretty sick. We've got Reed playing through Oh Praise the Name. That is a sick guitar, by the way. That is a dope PRS. And then we also have Enrique here playing through Sherbin Good. So it's pretty simple. Like I said, you're already practicing for Sunday anyway. You might as well sit down and hit record, send it to me, and submit it to the Worship Guitar Mastery group. So all you have to do to enter is you have to first join the Worship Guitar Mastery group and then submit the form for the skills-based contest. What I will be measuring is most improvement. So the whole point of the Worship Guitar Mastery group is when you joined, there's so many learning materials in there, and I want to help you improve at your craft, and I want you to help hone in your worship guitar gift. A lot of you guys are volunteer worship guitarists. Being a full-time guitarist is not your thing. You don't have a lot of time during the week, and that is the whole point of the Worship Guitar Mastery group, is to help save you that time. So one of the best ways to get better is to challenge yourself to play a song that you can't do. So for example, there's somebody in the Worship Guitar Mastery group that is having a difficult part with the slide part for example, Thank You, Jesus, for the Blood, Charity Gale. This is a great example for him to sit down and record him playing that song to challenge himself getting better at that slide part and submitting it. And that is how you enter. And so we're really looking for most improvement. And if you want to enter, all you have to do is join the Worship Guitar Master group and leave a hit record submission. There's a form in there, and that's it. We're going to choose a winner when we hit 1,000 members. We're about 150 spots away at the time of this recording. So by the time you're watching this, we might have already given it away, but don't worry. We do giveaways all the time in the Worship Guitar Master group, and we have a fun time over there. So we're almost at 1,000 members. So with that, I figured I would go over my playthrough that I recently just did for Firm Foundation. I thought this would be a great example and a great song for me to try to use the Flint in that song, and I'm actually using the Helix patch for Firm Foundation, and I toggled some things off to slot the Flint in. So I'm actually using the reverb, and during that bridge, for example, I'm using the tremolo effect. So that can give you some examples, and I also turned some of that stuff off. I'm using this patch in stomp mode. It's really designed to be for snapshot mode, but if I go to different snapshots, it'll turn reverbs back on, it'll turn the tremolo back on and off, and I don't want that. I wanted the Flint to be isolated, so I'm using it in stomp mode. And so we're just going to go through what I played. Some of you have asked me, what are the ad-lib things that I do? What am I thinking during that part? And so that's what we're breaking down. So with that, let's hit it, and I'll go over anything that I'm seeing here.
Christ is my firm foundation, the rock on which I stand, and everything around me.
We're in B flat, by the way.
I've never been more glad that I put my faith in Jesus, 'cause he's never let me down. He's faithful through generations. So why would he fail now? He won't. He won't.
So right now I just have the reverb on. It's the only reverb.
I've still got joy in chaos.
I believe I'm using the 80s setting.
I've got peace that makes no sense, so I won't be going under. I'm not held by my own strength.
Kick down a delay there. All this stuff is pretty simple. This is something that I go over a lot in the Worship Guitar Master group, breaking the fretboard up into zones. A lot of people seem to need help with finding the triads across the neck and breaking out of that cowboy chord box. And this is a really great spot. If you're familiar with the cage system, this is where that starts to come in. We've got basically D shapes up here. So one thing that I want to mention too is I'm playing through that firm foundation patch, and I have the reverbs and the delay back on. I'm not using the flint right now, it's right here. But I wanted to give you a snapshot of what this is because this patch is also in the Worship Guitar Mastery group. If you have a Line 6 Helix, HX Stomp, Pod Go, or HX Effects, it's in what's called the Patch Pass. It's all just included in that subscription. So, yeah. So if you want access to that, I'm playing through that, and I wanted to just mention that I'm not playing through the flint right now, but I am playing it in it for this POV. Like I said, this D position area, we're in B flat. It's a really great area. You can get a lot of your chords in that little box there. That's a fun little thing. It's cluster picking. Just hitting all three notes at the same time. Tuck the pick and use your fingers. This is a great song. One of the things I like to do is pull different themes from the song. There's actually a drum fill somewhere in the song that does that timing. So it's fun to pull other themes from somewhere and then put it in, because now it feels like it fits.
He won't fail. He won't fail.
That's just that walk down. Right now I'm on the swell snapshot. That's why there's a ton of it, a ton of reverb. Let me go to the rhythm. Let me make sure that is up.
He won't.
That's a fun little arpeggio if you want to do it. So it's that D-shaped triad on the 10th and 11th fret. You're just going up the arpeggio, and you're adding the sus, or it would be the 4. Little hammer on. Hammer on pull up there.
He won't fail. Christ is my firm foundation, the rock on which I stand, when everything around me is.
So this is something to keep in mind too. If you're learning triads, that's my 1. That's my 6 shape. 5. That's a cool little melody that I started adding. It's like a little arpeggio thing. It's kind of like the same concept, but I'm starting in a different part in the chord. So note-wise, it's that if we're talking scale, so it's 3, 4, 5. And then there would be the top, which would be the 1, or the 8 if you thought about the octave up. So frets, it's 12, 13, 10 G string, and then 11 B string. up the arpeggio if you wanted to.
He's never let me down. Faithful to generations. So why would he fail now?
So right there, that's covers as like a 5 chord. It's a cool shape there. So what's happening is like, I'm trying to think what would be a good example of that, but the shape is the 15th fret G string, then 18th fret B string, and 17th fret E string. So that top part is the actual 5 chord. So I decided to slide up there and still technically keep my 1. That still fits, or you can do a full-on D shape again. I like this because it adds just a little bit of tension. So here I kicked the tremolo on the Strymon, so now I've got the tremolo and the reverb. Okay, so let me do that on the Helix patch. The Helix patch, I have it set to kick on, it's called the retro reel. So that's how I'm getting that tone. And then I also have a pitch octave around there. If you're not familiar, I'm in that pentatonic box a lot of people learn.
I'm safe with you. I'm gonna make it through. Rain came and went blew, but my house was built on you. I'm safe.
I like doing that little riff there. Switch to the neck pickup, get it nice and bluesy. So you're just going 1, 2, 3, 2. 1, 2, 3, 2. So if we're talking frets, it's 3, 5, 3 B string, back to the 5 G string, and then walk down the scale. So it's 5, 3, 2, 5 on the D string. So we jumped the octave, and in this case with the Helix, I would go to the lead, which is just so much faster if the volume pedal was up.
Blue, but my house was built
Okay, so that's all normal up until that point. Then I go. That's kind of what I was talking about, doing that D shape there. So that would start on the 17th fret, G string, 18, B string, 19, or actually 17, high E string. Okay, so I'm just following the chord progression. Then I add a little lick here. So it's a bend up, 10th fret, B string. So it's a bend, release, and then a pull off. To the 8th fret, B string. So again, just following the chord progression. And then one thing that I like, I have a floating bridge on this Charvel. Sometimes I like to bend into notes or break, kind of like pre-bend that arm there. Even add some vibrato too. There's that arpeggio again. If you think about that shape, another thing that a lot of worship guitarists are trying to figure out too is not only triads, but inversions. So that outline, that arpeggio, is following a first inversion. Basically what that means is if we take a chord, like a triad, usually the chord is the root, third, and the fifth. So if I look at... technically this would be an inversion too. So this would be like a root position if we were to do a B chord. So we've got a root, third, fifth, and that top one would be your root again. But if first inversion has the third note of that chord in the bass. So it defines the bass of that chord. So it could be first inversion, or in this case it would also be a 1/3. And that arpeggio is outlining that. And right there is where I fully commit to that chord. Pretty straightforward, all stuff that we covered over an earlier part in the video.
He won't fail. He won't fail. No, he won't.
All right. So that is it for Firm Foundation, what I played for Firm Foundation. Hope you found this video helpful. Again, if you want to enter to win this contest for the Strymon Flint, all you have to do is join the Worship Guitar Master group. Link is in the description. And at 1,000 members, which is roughly 150 joins from now, I will announce the winner. All you have to do is join and then submit your playthrough video. You can pick any worship song that you're working on right now, record a video at home, and it should be pretty easy for you. If you're a regular at your church, you probably have some songs that you got to learn this week. So just hit record and submit that in the Worship Guitar Mastery group, and whoever is the most improved will be the winner of this Strymon Flint. And again, at 1,000 members, I will announce the winner and I will send it to you. So thanks for watching this video. We'll see you on the other side.